Kenny here with Gardening Simplified. It's December 6th and we're doing a little garden cleanup today. Yeah, our compost pile outside the fence, there's our one, but our other one is growing. Today we're taking out green beans and some others, cleaning up the rows. So let's go take a look. We've taken out our crop in this row now. This row, I think this was just, it's been a while since we had rejuvenated it with some more compost, but instead of leaving the roots in, because we've had so much problem with root knot nematodes on the beans, we pulled them all out. Now we've got this row cleared. This had beans in it, green beans, and we've got this row cleared. This one had green beans and then had about 5 or 6, 7 tomatoes on the end. Working on cleaning out this one with this mustard. We're pulling it up and taking it out. Now we had green beans over here. We've taken out this one. Now this row is in good shape. We won't need to put on more compost on it. And this one is maybe questionable because I can see where I've got a few issues, so we might put a light coating of compost on this one. But we're going to come back in here and plant, and a lot of it's going to depend on which drip lines we have, because I need to get some radishes in. They've been way overdue, and I have some other brassicas. I have cauliflower, some more rutabaga, stuff like that. So I'm gonna get in here and get that stuff planted. And also, this one load of compost, it definitely had plenty of fungus in it, because as you can see, of course I have a few weeds, but I have so many mushrooms that come in. Now they're kind of falling over now, which is good. I'll come in and kind of knock them down because I don't know what variety they are, but as you can see, there's plenty of them. We're going to get in here and clean up these. Definitely this one's going to have to be cleaned up where the seeds blew in on it. As you can see, once we build it, we don't have the problem with that one because the seed, that one wasn't done when the wind was up. It was done afterwards, but the wind had carried all these seeds in. And it's just going to be a matter of pulling this grass and taking that out. We've also got to finish this row. We're going to put in some more collards on this one. We've got some plants that are about the right size. Part of the garden cleanup is getting rid of okra. Now okra is it's kind of a sturdy plant, and I say real sturdy. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut down some of these tops, that way this stuff will fit in my wheelbarrow. But as far as the bottoms of these, you can see they get pretty tall. I think we've got some probably 15 feet, and it's still trying to give occasion one. But if you notice at the base of these, and I don't like to pull this big old root ball out because it just does so much destruction. So I've got my saw, but this was planted a little late, and as you can see over here, this one is, I'm gonna guess this is probably a good 4 inches at the base. So if you hadn't grown okra, you need to realize that it is a fast growing plant, and it's definitely, when it comes time to clean up, it's a little work to get it out of the garden. You're going to have you a pair of loppers, and on the smaller ones you can just cut them down. They're not real tough like a tree, but they are big. So when you get something this size here, chances is you're not going to be able to cut it with your loppers. You're going to have to use a saw. I'm out here in the greenhouse. It should have been past time, but we just hadn't had the cold weather, and we're going to do a little work out here. As you can see, tomatoes are still going, even though I've chopped these all up to get a little more light in here. Where I've left the leaves, they're still going strong. The last freeze, it was 30 degrees outside. It didn't get in, but 35 in here. Now we do have some of these Amish paste that the leaves are dying. You can see there's getting some blight on some of them. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and take all these out because, like I say, these should have we should have had a cool enough freeze that it even kill them inside the greenhouse, because it doesn't keep much warmer inside than outside, but it hadn't affected them. They're still blooming, they're still going, a lot of them are. But I'm going to take out pretty much all of them because I need to plant these beds. While I'm out here getting rid of these tomato plants, I want to make a note. I've had the water turned off to my drip lines for over a couple of months, but these tomatoes are still doing fine as far as moisture. But you see all the moisture on the leaves. It's kind of like I wouldn't say quite a tropical rainforest, but similar to it. That so much moisture is pulled up from the ground inside the greenhouse that it'll condense on the roof or on the plastic up on the top during the evening, and it kind of rains back onto it during the day. Now I do water some of the other crops in here too, which helps the moisture content, my carrots and my beets and such, but like I say, the tomatoes, they've had the water turned off of them for months and they're still doing good. In fact, they weren't doing as good until I shut the water down on. But I thought I might just add that personal note. And here we go. We got all the tomato plants out of here and the strings down from them. So all we got to do is finish cleaning up the beds, and we'll see what's going to be next in here. I hope this video encourages you to get out in your garden and do that cleanup. And of course, if you're in a warm enough climate, get out there and start you some brassicas that'll grow through the winter. Anyway, if you like this video, well, and you want to see more, just hit that subscribe, hit the bell button, and give it a thumbs up and share it. It always helps my channel. Happy gardening.